And speaking of which, we have a man who's about to go on vacation but wanted to stop by our Great Day Studios. Before he did so, Dennis Albaugh, thank you for joining us this morning.
You bet, my pleasure.
I think your name is one that is very recognizable, but people might not always know the man behind the business. Can you tell us a little bit about your company?
My company was founded by myself on State Street in Ankeny, Iowa. In the basement of my house, I went out and got a truck. I went out and made the sale, went out and got the truck, went and got the chemical and made the delivery. And I started in 1979 off State Street in Ankeny.
Wow. So born and raised in Ankeny, a man that, self-made man and created an incredible franchise for himself. But not only that, has wanted to give back to the community that he was raised in.
That's right. I love Ankeny, and giving back to them is a great pleasure of mine.
Wonderful. So let's talk about that a little bit. You just did a pretty big investment into Ankeny, you and your wife, Susan.
Right.
What made you decide to do this? First of all, we'll talk about it. You made two $1 million donations, not only to Ankeny and DMACC. What caused this to happen?
All along, obviously, my company grew up right in Ankeny and still there today. And it's giving back to the community has always been a great pleasure of mine. So my two favorite things, I went to high school, went to all through the school system in Ankeny. And then I went to, actually it started at Area 11 and now it's become Des Moines DMACC. It's my
that's where you went to,
right,
that's where you went to university. So
right.
You graduated in Ankeny in 1968.
She just mentions this stuff all the time. She was calling Jason out earlier.
I was calling him. 1968, but obviously wanting to give back to a school. Why is it so important for you to give back to Ankeny? You talk about loving the community, but why is it important, do you think, to give back to the community?
I actually saw a project that I was wanting to upgrade. My grandkids when Ankeny schools are away, I took them to a couple of away games, and I was a little more impressed with some of the other communities' football facility or sports facility. Gotcha. So I said Ankeny needed a lift. We got the two high school systems right now, and they're both beautiful high schools, unbelievable. But our football facility kind of lagged behind a little bit. Other than the field itself, they upgraded that. But we always sat and looked into the sunshine, and I wanted to get the bleachers on the other side, which that's in the plans now, and through a staging process they do. So I actually talked to a couple of the board members that were very helpful in helping me put this together, and met with them and asked them about it, and then got into the budgeting of it and met with some architects that they interviewed, and we came up with a plan, like a three-stage process that we'll go through. And to kick it off and to make it happen, I offered them up $1 million contribution.
Well, that's a pretty nice contribution.
Right?
Now, like you said, this is going to be a multi-year project. You're looking for other people to kind of step up to the plate to make more advances.
That's right, they are, right.
Wonderful. And if people are interested and want to be a part of this, is there some place they can go?
Probably to any one of the Ankeny, myself, or any one of the board members of Ankeny schools.
Now, we're showing pictures of when you made the announcement. I'm sure it made quite a few people, especially in the Ankeny community, very excited about seeing this, because like you said, you went to other football fields and you're like, I want people to come to our field and be like, wow, they got a great facility, just like you went to other football fields. And quite a few upgrades are going to be added. 2,000 more seats will be added, so many more people can come out and enjoy the great sports up in the Ankeny area. But like you said, you also gave another $1 million donation, you and your wife Susan, to DMACC, but specifically to the culinary portion. Why that?
I wasn't as specific. I knew that I watched DMACC grow from, it started in a church basement uptown Ankeny.
Did it really?
It did?
It did, right. In my first classes, we had little bitty chairs that I sat on. But anyway, it started from there, and then I was actually in the first building that was built at DMACC, and I've watched that university grow up, and it's unbelievable success story that it has, and how it helps a lot of people right in our local community get further educations, and I've been very proud of that. So I wasn't really specific, but I know that they always have more projects than they have funds for. Right. So I actually told them that, look, I'm going to make $1 million contribution, and then they talked to me about projects they were going to do, and they're going to do a expanding of the culinary arts, and I know that program because they've catered to a golf event that I have at my golf course once a year, and they're unbelievable people. Their chefs are in waiting line to get those people.
It's true, and I've taught family consumer science at high school and middle school level, and a lot of my kids, when I was teaching high school, were trying to get into that program, and there was a waiting list, and it's so popular right now. So it's really good to hear that the money is going to be going to something that people are really going to enjoy and take advantage of.
That's right. I'm
Yeah,
very happy
gosh,
to
I
do
had
that.
no idea until I
great.
was looking at the numbers this morning. They have 225 students in their program. There's 100 students just on their waiting list alone. That's absolutely unbelievable. So hopefully they can expand that. We can get more students there
That's right.
and
That's right.
involved.
You worked hard. I mean, you started, as you said, from your garage basically to build this business. Do you have any advice, first of all, for people who maybe have a dream or an idea and want to start their own business, a small business?
You know, go for it. Don't hold back. Try it, because you only get you'll live life once. And basically, don't wait. And I would, if they have an opportunity, a dream to do it, do it. Go to the banks. They're great partners to have. You pay them off and they're gone. And, I use them all through my years still today. We use them, and basically go for it and try to make it happen.
Do you consider yourself like the ultimate success story, or just maybe a needle in a haystack? Because we're very proud of Central Iowa. We're excited to be here, but a lot of people think in order to have the success that you do, they need to go to the big cities in order to do so.
I don't think they have to do that at all. It's right. One thing that's great about Iowa, there's all kinds of opportunities in Iowa. The agriculture being where I was close to, and basically there's a lot of opportunities out there yet today in that.
Is it more satisfying to have built a successful business, or to get to that point and to then be able to give back as you have?
You know, this was the first time I gave back a big chunk of money. I've contributed to many other projects around the city of Ankeny, and but this was the first time giving back, and that was really happy.
Yeah.
That was a happy day for myself and my wife to give back that chunk of money. And now there's 2 projects that are going to take place
fantastic.
that I'll be able to take my grandkids to and say that, look, we had a part of that. And
Not to
we're very
further
happy.
drain your wallet, but do you have anything else you're pondering?
Yeah, I haven't announced it yet, though. Yes, not that. I suppose I'll get some calls now. But anyway, I haven't announced that one yet.
So another big announcement coming of another great gift that you're going to be giving back to the
that's
community.
Next summer.
Next summer.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Dennis Albaugh. Wonderful to meet you, a philanthropist who's not only very successful in our area, but wanting to give back so other people can have great successes like you as well.
Okay.
So Merry Christmas, and thank
Yeah,
you for
Merry
stopping
Christmas
by
to you
this
guys. You bet.
morning.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
more coming up on Great Day. Stay tuned.